There's always been partisanship here in Congress. I mean, some of us are Democrats, some of us are Republicans, some of us independents. So I don't think that's a problem. I mean, that's the nature of this democracy. I think what is a problem is the inability to work with the other side and to find some common issue and some way to move forward. We all must not give up our principles and our integrity. I mean, we all know what our bottom lines are, but within our bottom lines, there's a lot of wiggle room. And I always say, as a progressive, first of all, there's no way I would have been able to get all the legislation signed that I've gotten signed into law. And that's because I don't start in the center in terms of negotiating when I know I have a far right that I've got to bring along. You know, I have to start way out there and then negotiate somewhere, and they generally come halfway. And so I think, you know, a lot of members just really don't know how to negotiate. And they start where in the center. And a right-winger is not going to start in the center. And a progressive or liberal should not start in the center. And so I think we need to learn a lot about how you negotiate before we can even come to some sense of bipartisanship. But, you know, the public really needs to understand that in a democracy, you're going to have debate. You're going to have that. I think what's important for us to remember, though, is we should not hit below the belt. These debates should not be personal. They should be about policy. They should be about ideas, and they should be about the country as a whole and who can champion the best ideas. But when it comes to, and I think this is part of the problem, when it comes to taking personal shots, you know, hitting below the belt, I think that's what the public does not want to see. I hope the public does not want to see a Congress that, or at least me as a Democrat, agreeing to everything all the time, because then what has happened to our democracy? To me, that means that it's either eroded or there's no room for dissent or no room for debate, and that's not what the Constitution really is about.